200-meter dash, first heat underway.
There goes Karen, he's taking second. The throw, the slide, not in time, he's safe.
Will spike it over and get the point for the Red Hawks.
Strike three, he got him looking.
And that'll be another point for the Red Hawks.
Welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm your host, Tom Albert, joined with Kai Nito Gonzalez here in the Goodnow Gymnasium, where we're going to have a good game. It's the Frontier Red Hawks versus the East Longmeadow Spartans, and it's going to be hopefully a good game. Frontier is 0-1. They lost in a 3-0 set against Granby on Monday night. Yesterday we had softball for you. Tonight we have volleyball, and then on Friday we have baseball. So 4 sports this week, and a good matchup hopefully tonight. Hopefully closer than the first volleyball game we saw, where Frontier got swept 3-0, but East Hampton, they're 1-1 on this season, and Frontier is 0-1. So hopefully some improvement from Monday night from the Red Hawks, but we'll see what happens. So should be getting started very shortly here. I'm not sure who's going to start with the ball, but and we'll be right back for the start here. All right, here we go. We should be getting started very shortly, and we'll see what happens, who starts with it. Starting 5 for the Red Hawks, or starting 6, excuse me, is going to be Chanja Banda, and Tyler Ballou, Ethan Rivera, Nate Rivera, Jack Phillips, and Sean Richardson. And here we go. From the Spartans, this will be returned by Richardson. Spartans going to return it. The swing will go long. Point for the Red Hawks. So good start so far. And it will be Jack Phillips back to serve here for the Red Hawks. And that will go long. So back to serve for the Spartans will be number 13, Zachary Yeager. Comes a serve from Yeager. Ballou hits it. Richardson and Ethan Rivera hits it over. So will be returned from the Spartans. Blocked at the net, and Frontier can't quite get to it. So 2-1 here to start the first set, and the Spartans leading the Red Hawks. Back to serve again is Zachary Yeager. Nate Rivera instantly returned it there. point will go to the Red Hawks. 2-2. And checking in is Beckett Jackson there for Tyler Ballou. Serve here by Richardson. This will be returned by the Spartans. That was by Eric Rebin. Rivera over to Ethan, back to Nate. Spartans looking to return this one. And it goes in the donut hole. No one there for Frontier to get that one. And back to serve now for the Spartans is number 14, Kason Fox. 3-2 is the score here in the first set. Phillips gets a hell of a bit, and that will be an ace for the Spartans. Back to serve once more is Kason Fox. Good serve, and Phillips hit it with his head there, but should have let that one go, as it probably would have been out of bounds, but nonetheless, the Spartans get the point. Serve from Fox. Tyler Ballou hits it. Ethan Rivera to Nate. He'll hit it over. Free ball for the Spartans here. And that one goes in the net from Cole Berthumine. But point goes to the Red Hawks, as I mispronounced the name there. Nice serve there from Ethan Rivera. This will be returned by the Spartans. Free ball for the Hawks here. Banda and hit into the net. Point goes to the Hawks. As goes tip. 4-5 here, and Ethan Rivera back to serve for the Red Hawks. Here comes the serve. This goes over the net, but out of bounds. Point goes to the Spartans. 6-4 here. Back to serve for the Spartans. Number 8, who's not on this roster. And that one goes in the net. 5-6. Back to serve is Nate Rivera. And that one goes long. 7-5. Back to serve is Eric Rabin. Nate Rivera digs it. Ethan Rivera with the set to Phillips, and he just had a miss hit there. Point goes to the Spartans. Back to serve once again is Eric Rabin. Tied shoe there for the Hawks. Comes the serve, and Ballou luckily lays off of it. That'll make it 6-8. Back to serve is Tyler Ballou. Frontier down by 2 here in the first set. Nice save there. Hits the hoop, and Ballou lets it drop. As he thought Ethan Rivera or Nate Rivera was going to hit it. 9-6. Back to serve is Cole Berthurian. Ethan Rivera to Jack Phillips. Big hit, just goes out of bounds. 10-6. Berthurian. Cole here with the serve. Ballou, and that'll be an ace. 11-6. Timeout called by the Red Hawks. Coach Sean McDonald going to call a timeout there and talk things over. So we'll be right back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Score is 11-6 here in the first set. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. The score is 11-6 here in the first set. Nice dig there by Rivera. Over to Phillips, and just goes long. 12-6, 6-point lead here for the Spartans in the first set. Back to serve again is Cole Berthuaim. Sorry on the pronunciations of these names. I'm trying my best. Hit up from the Frontier, rolls over the top of the net there. Blue over to Ethan Rivera, now hit over by Jack Phillips. Spartans will return this one. And point goes to the Spartans. That one drops down there. And back to serve here. Once again is Cole Berthuaim. I think that's what it is. Berthuaim. But that point goes long, and back to serve here is Kanju Banda. And that will be a kill there for the Spartans, 14-7. Back to serve now for the Spartans is number 6, Brody Trong. Point goes to the Hawks there. That one goes to the net. Back to serve here is Jack Phillips. 8-14 is the score here in the first. Hits on top of the net, rolls over, and that will be an ace for Jack Phillips. Here comes serve from Phillips. That one goes to the net, and that'll make it 15-9. Back to serve here is Zachary Yeager. Good serve from Yeager. Blue hits it. Phillips hit over by Ethan Rivera will go out of bounds. 16-9. That serve just goes over the net there. Ethan Rivera sits Nate Rivera. Hit over by the Spartans. Blue tap over tried by Ethan Rivera. It doesn't work. He tried to save it there. 17-9. And Zachary Yeager with another serve here. That one goes in the net. Point goes to the Red Hawks. Back to serve is Sean Richardson. Good serve from him, returned by the Spartans. And Nate Rivera got a hand on it, but just couldn't get it up far enough. And back to serve here again is Kason Fox. And Phillips with the instant return just goes out of bounds, 19-10 here. Back to serve is Kason Fox again. That one goes in the net. 19-11, and back to serve is Ethan Rivera. Good serve from Rivera. So return from the Spartans. Free ball here. Ballou digs it. Ethan sets Nate. And instantly returned by the Spartans. Bonda just hits it too far there, out of bounds. And the Spartans are 5 points away from victory in the first set. Back to serve is number 8 for the Spartans. Nate Rivera digs it. Ethan Rivera sets Bonda there, and it just goes out of bounds. 21-11. 10-point lead for the Spartans. Called timeout there by Coach Sean McDonald and Courtney Parent. So they're going to take a quick break, talk things over. We'll be right back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm your host, Tom Albert, joined with Kainita Gonzalez here in the Goodnow Gymnasium. Well, the score in the first set is 21-11. The Hawks down by 10. Good serve from the Spartans, and that will be an ace. So 22-11, 3 points away from victory in the first set is the Spartans. Phelps digs it. Rivera will set Bonda there. And that will go long out of bounds, 23-11. Comes the serve. Ethan Rivera digs it. Bonda hit over by Rivera. And Spartans can't return that one. So the point goes to the Red Hawks. Good serve there by Nate Rivera. Spartans will return it, and that'll be a kill. And that will set up set point here. And they're just 1 point away from victory in this first set. Here comes a serve from Eric Rabin. Phillips blocked at the net. And the Spartans thought they won the point. The Hawks return it. And the Hawks are going to win the point. So the Spartans thought they had the victory in that volley there, but the Red Hawks will win it. So 24-13, the Hawks would have to go on an 11-point run here, and in the hands of Tyler Ballou. That'll be a carry. 24-14. That'll be an ace for Tyler. This will be returned by the Spartans. Just long out of bounds. So let there be life for the Hawks here in the first set. Tyler Ballou here. Good serve. Spartans are going to return it. Ethan Rivera hit over by Jack Phillips. Spartans will win the point there. So that will end the first first set, 25 to 15. So we'll be right back. For the second set of action, you're watching Frontier Community Access Television. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second set of action. Here in Goodnow Gymnasium, I'm your host, Tom Albert, joined with Kainatio Gonzalez. And we'll start the second set here very shortly. As the referees talking things over at the scores table real quick. I think it should be the Red Hawks that start with it here. It's going to be Banda here. Chanju Banda. And so the first set was won by East Longmeadow 25 to 15. Hopefully this second one can be a little bit closer for the Hawks. And that'll be an ace, so a good way to start. serve. This will be returned, blocked at the net. Point goes to the Spartans. And back to serve for the Spartans is Jaden Sin. As it's all tied up 1-1 here. Dug out there by Banda. Ethan Rivera sits Nate and he hits it in the net. 2-1. Comes the serve. Dug by Baloo. This will be, and that point goes to the Spartans. Oh no, point goes to Red Hawks. Huh. Net violation is the call. So that's why the Red Hawks got the point there. And back to serve is Richardson. Dug by the Spartans. This will be returned. Free ball for the Hawks here. Jack Phillips sets Nate Rivera there. Spartans hit over by Kaysen. Push over by Ethan Rivera, or Nate Rivera. And the Red Hawks will get the point. 3-2. From a push over from Nate Rivera. This will be returned by the Spartans. Jack Phillips digs it. Ethan Rivera over to Nate Rivera. And the block goes down. 2-point lead for the Hawks here, 4-2. Good serve from Richardson. Tap over. Instantly returned by the Hawks there. Spartans are going to return this one. Kaysen instantly returned, will go long. Nothing they could do about that one. Just too hard of a hit from Kaysen Fox there. And back to serve is Zachary Yeager. Ethan Rivera with the set there to Banda. Nate Rivera digs it. Now set back to Nate Rivera. Goes out of bounds. 4-4. Serve here by Zachary Yeager. Good serve, knuckleball. Ethan Rivera set Nate there. Free ball here for the Spartans. Tap over. Nice save by Nate Rivera. Hit over by Banda. And that gets the kill is Nate Rivera. And a good point for the Hawks as they erupt there. And Ethan Rivera will serve here for the Hawks. Here comes the serve. Good, great serve, instantly return. Nate Rivera with the spike over. 6-4. So this second set, the Hawks reset, and things have been working their way so far. This will be returned by the Spartans, though. Instantly returned by Nate Rivera. Good save by him. And Baloo got his hands on it, but that'll be a kill there for Kaysen Fox. 6-5, Spartans down by 1. And Fox here will serve for the Spartans. Blue with an instant return. Blue again, instantly returned from the Spartans. Get over there by Eric Reben. And it'll be all tied up 6-6 here in the second set. Comes the serve from Fox. That will go out of bounds. Point goes to the Hawks. Bit of a closer set so far in the second one. Hawks leading just by 1. And back to serve is Nate Rivera. Fox with the hit, and that'll be an ace for Nate Rivera. Comes the serve. Fox gets a hand on it. This will be returned by the Spartans, but it goes in the net, so point goes to the Hawks. 9-6. Hawks up by 3. It's the largest lead they've had in both of these sets. I don't think they led in the first set at all. Fox with the dig. Jaeger with the set, hit over by Berthumé. And a kill for the Hawks there. 10-6. And Rivera will serve once more. So returned by the Spartans. Free ball for the Hawks here and a miss hit. So their streak ends there. 4 points for the Hawks though, as it was once tied up 6-6. And it'll be unanimous number 8 here serving. Dig there by Rivera. Tap over by Honda. And tip over out of bounds. Point goes to the Spartans. 10-8. And number 8 back to serve here again. Red Hawks looking to return this one. And they'll get the kill. (11-8). And Tyler Ballou with the service here. Good serve. Fox with the dig. Jaeger set. Brody Trong there. Rivera with the pushover goes into the net. 11-9. And back to serve is Eric Rabin. Comes the serve, that will go long. Out of bounds. Point goes to the Hawks. Checking in is Kaysen Panic, or Panek there for the Spartans. Tap over doesn't work for the Spartans there, and the Hawks will get the point, 13-9. Back to serve again is Jack Phillips. That one goes long. Point goes to the Spartans. Good dig from the Red Hawks there, but they can't return that one. 13-11. But definitely a closer set than the first one, as the Hawks are staying in this one up by 2. Good serve there by Zachary Jaeger. This will be returned by Bonda. That one goes to the net. And that one goes in the net from Jaeger, so the Red Hawks will get the point there, 14-12. Chanju Bonda here with the serve. Will be returned by the Spartans. Point, as that will be a kill there for Cole Berthum. Back to serve is number 11, Jaden Sin. For the Spartans in, he's looking to tie things up here. Rivera sets Rivera there. And the Spartans can't return that one. 13. Still a 2-point lead here for the Hawks. And Erich versus Sin with the serve. Jason Fox there with the kill. (15-14). Back to serve is Zachary Yeager. Eric Reben checks in there for Kaysen for the Spartans. And an ace for Yeager. Ties things up 15 apiece. Comes a serve from Yeager. There, Rivera digs it. Ethan over to Nate. Blocked at the net. Now hit over by Fox. Will go long. So still a lead for the Hawks, just by 1 now. And back to serve is Ethan Rivera for the Red Hawks. Nice hit over by, smart play by Nate Rivera there. 17-15. Ethan Rivera to serve it up here again. And that will be a point for the Red Hawks there. 18-15. Rivera to serve. Fox digs it. Yeager back to Fox, and that will be a point for the Spartans. 18-16. Serving here is Kaysen Fox. Returned by the Red Hawks. Good job by them there. Nice save by Ethan Rivera. Baloo hits it. And it'll be go out of bounds off a return from Eric Reben. Point goes to the Hawks, 19-16. Hawks just 6 points away from victory here in the second set and to tie this game up, 1 apiece. Rivera will. That was Nate Rivera with the nice serve. Good dig by the Hawks there. Spartans looking to do it again. That one goes in. 19-17. And back to serve is number 8 for the Spartans. They're looking to come back in this one. Blue with this dig. Rivera to Bonda. 20-17. And serving for the Red Hawks here is Tyler Baloo. And the Hawks just 5 points away from victory in this second set. Good serve. Fox digs it. Yeager sets Trong there. And Hawks. Yeah, double touch by Jack Phillips there. 2018. And back to serve here is Eric Reben. Hawks will return this one with the pushover into the donut hole. Fox hits it over. Blue over to Phillips with the pushover, and it'll just go out of bounds. 20-19. And back to serve here is Eric Reben. Comes the serve. Blue digs it there. Rare hit over by Richardson. And that will be a kill there for Cole Berthium. And that'll tie things up 20-20. Timeout called by Coach Sean McDonald. They're going to talk things over with a much closer set than the first one. This is all tied up 20-20. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm your host, Tom Albert, joined with Kynanta Gonzalez in the Ganao Gymnasium, where the score is 20-20. A big point here coming up for the Red Hawks and Spartans. And Spartans will get the kill. They take the lead back as the Red Hawks were leading for a lot of this second set, but just giving up a few too many points. And here comes a serve from Eric Reben. Rivera sets Banda there. And that will be a point for the deflection from Jack Phillips for the Spartans. Now they're up by 2. Red Hawks need to get this next point here. Otherwise, they're going to be in danger zone. That will go long, so a much needed point will make it 21-22, so Spartans only need 3 more points to get victory in this one. The Red Hawks need to get 4. Phillips will serve, and that will be out of bounds, so costly point there. And back to serve is Cole Berthium. Nice back return there by Ethan Rivera. Blocked at the net, goes in the donut hole. And the Spartans just need 1 more point to win this second set here. Timeout called by Coach Sean McDonald, as the Hawks need to go on a 3-point run. But we'll see if that happens. Score is 24-21. Set point here in the second set for the Spartans. We'll be right back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. The Red Hawks save it there. And the Spartans will return it. Ballou hits it. Rivera hit over by Banda. Free ball for the Spartans here. Fox will hit it long. Point goes to the Red Hawks, 24-22. So Hawks need to get 2 more points, and then it's win by 2. And Banda will serve here. Nice block of the net by Richardson. Huge point for the Hawks. Now they just need 1 more to tie things up and force a victory by 2 points here. That one goes in the net. So much closer second set there, but we'll change sides. And the Spartans will win the second set 25-23. They won the first one 25-15 and are looking to sweep the Red Hawks, but who knows, maybe the Red Hawks can pull a reverse sweep. We'll be right back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television for the third set of action. Welcome back to the third set of action. East Longmeadow, if you're just joining us, they won the first set 25-15. The second set 25-23. A much closer second set than the first one. And the Red Hawks actually led in that one, unlike the first. So we'll see what happens here in the third set. Red Hawks obviously need to win the next 2 to force a 5th set for try to victory, but they just got to focus on this set first. So we'll see what happens. But if East Longmeadow wins this set, the game is over, and the Spartans will win. So. believe the Spartans will be serving here. Back to serve is number 11, Jaden Sin, for the Spartans. As we get the third set underway. Nice dig by Ballou. Ethan Rivera sets Banda there, blocked to the net. Hit over by Richardson. And blocked to the net. Point goes to the Red Hawks as Fox hits it into net there, I believe. And back to serve is Chanju Banda. And nice point there for the Spartans. That ties things up 1-1. Back to serve for the Spartans is Zachary Yeager. He's at the service line. Blue digs it. Rivera hit over, but hit the mat. Point goes to the Spartans. Just hit the top of the blue mat and came down, but would have been fine as if it didn't hit that mat. 2-1 the Spartans lead. Blue over to Ethan Rivera, and they'll return it. And a miscommunication there by the Spartans. Point goes to the Hawks. And in for the first time tonight is number 17. Star Parts. And that'll be a point for the Spartans there. Three to 2. And Kaysen Fox will serve here. Rivera sets Nate Rivera there, and that'll be a kill for Nate Rivera. Now back to serve is Ethan Rivera. And a missed serve, that one goes to the net. Point goes to the Spartans here. Back to serve is the number 8 that I do not have on my roster, so. Hey, Rivera over to Ethan. Back to Nate, and he'll hit it over. Free ball here for the Spartans. That one goes out of bounds. 4-4. Rivera will serve, and that one goes in the net. 5-4. Here comes the serve. Nice save there by Nate Rivera. 5-4 here. Spartans will return it, and a kill there by Cole Berthroom. 6-4. Here comes the serve from Eric Reben. And that goes long from the Red Hawks. 7-4. Oh no, deflection. So it'll be a point for the Hawks. Tyler Ballou will serve here. 5-6 here in the third set. And back to serve is Tyler Ballou. Just skims over the top of the net. Nice job by Jack Phillips there. He pushed it over the net there. Banda with the dig, and no one gets it for the Hawks as they thought it was going to go over the net. 7-5. Back to serve is Cole Bootham. That one just goes long out of bounds from the Hawks. 8-5. And that serve from Cole Bertham goes in the net. Six to 8. Jack Phillips to serve for the Red Hawks. Good serve from him. Fox hits it over. Nice dig by Nate Rivera. Ethan over, hit over by Banda. 7-8. Seven to 9 as the Spartans get that point. Good serve there by Jaden Sin. Turned by Banda. And that will drop in for a Red Hawk point. 9-8. Kenju with the serve here. And out point for the Red Hawks. An ace for him. 9-9. Kenju with the serve here. Spartans looking to return free ball for the Hawks here. Ballou with a nice save. Rivera pushed over by Nate Rivera. And the Hawks will take the lead here for the first time in this third set. Point goes to the Spartans there. All tied up 10-10, and back to serve here is Zachary Yeager. Ballou with the dig. Rivera will set Nate Rivera. That one goes just out of bounds. And back to serve here again is Yeager. 11-10. That one just goes long out of bounds. Point goes to the Spartans. Back to serve is Zachary Yeager again. All right, nice knuckleball serve. No spin on that ball. Push over from Nate Rivera. It works. And that will make it 11-12. Hawks just down by 1 now. Serve from Richardson there, Sean there. Hit over by Nate Rivera. Ethan with the instant return. Sin, Yeager over. And point goes to the Spartans there. And back to serve is Kason Fox for the Spartans. That one goes in the net. Well, 12-13. I think they might fix the scoreboard, but I guess it'll be 13-12 for Frontier. Point goes to the Spartans. 13-13. Nope, 14. Comes the serve from number 8. Hit over by Jack Phillips there. Ethan Rivera. Now over to Nate. They get it over. Blue tried to save it there. Point goes to the Spartans. 15-13. Back to serve is number 8 again for the Spartans. Jack Phillips with the hit over there. So it's 15-12 as they fix the score. Well, now it's 15-13 as the Hawks will get the point. Back to serve is Nate Rivera for the Redhawks. Good serve from Nate Rivera. Kason Fox with the return. Blue, Ethan Rivera to Banda. Blocked at the net. Blue gets a hand on it. Phillips, and a nice save by Ethan Rivera, or Nate Rivera, excuse me. And at that point, deflection goes out of bounds, point for the Spartans. 16-13 here in the third set. And back to serve again is Eric Reben. Nice dig there. And the Hawks with a little bit of miscommunication there as Ethan Rivera runs into Phillips, and timeout goes to the Hawks. So scores 17-13, 8 points away from victory is the Spartans. So we'll be right back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Welcome back to the third set. Point goes to the Hawks there. Point goes to the Hawks. 15-17. On a point for the Spartans. (18-15). Spartans with a nice kill there from Fox. 19-15. So just 6 points away from victory here in the third set, and they'll outright win this one. A 3-0 sweep over the Red Hawks, but don't count the Red Hawks out just yet. Ethan Rivera sets Banda, and that one's hitting the net. 20-15. Similar score to the first set, as first set was won 25-15 by the Spartans. Banda with the dig. Ethan Rivera back to Banda. And deflection out of bounds, so a much needed point for the Hawks there. 16-20. And it'll be Jack Phillips back to serve. He needs to go on a bit of a run here. Trying to at least tie things up in the meantime. But we'll see what happens here. Fox, instant return by Phillips there. Free ball here. Nate Rivera over to Ethan, now to Banda. He'll hit over. Barnes with the opportunity. Deflection out of bounds. And they'll get the kill there. 21-16. Back to serve is Jaden Sin. Miscommunication by the Hawks there. 22-16. Now just 3 points away from victory. Timeout called by Coach Sean McDonald. Score is 22-16. We'll be right back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm your host, Tom Albert, joined with Kai Neto Gonzalez. Score is 22-16, and back to serve is Jaden Sin for the Spartans. Hawks really need a point here. Nate Rivera over to Ethan, now to Banda. Instantly returned by the Spartans. Ethan over to Banda. Banda digs it. Ethan. Rebecca Banda will go long out of bounds. So just 2 points away from victory now as the Spartans. But it looks like the Spartans will probably pull off the victory here. Unless the Hawks, they need to get this next point and then go on a bit of a run. Ethan Rivera with a Banda. And that goes long out of bounds again. So set and game point here. Spartans just need one to win all 3 sets and sweep the Red Hawks here in the Goodnow Gymnasium. Sin will serve it in the net, so let there be life for the Hawks here. We'll need to go on the 7-point run. And in the hands of Banda. And that will be point for the Redhawks. And an ace for Banda. So there's hope here. Here comes the serve, and that'll be an ace. Another ace, back-to-back aces for Banda. 19-24. Nice dig there. Barnes with the return. Blocked at the net by Ethan Rivera. Goes out of bounds. 20-24. So there's hope here. We just got to get 4 more points. Good serve from Banda there. And number 8 hits it into the net. 21-24. And with a good serve, Barnes will return it, and that will be the game. They'll win this one 25-21. So the first set, Frontier lost 25-15. The second set was much closer as the closest one of the game, 25-23. And then this third and final set, the Spartans win it 25-21. So we will see you guys next time. For the final time, I've been your host, Tom Albert, joined with Kainete Gonzalez, Fox, News, and our 0-2 on the season. The Spartans, they moved to 2-1 overall. So, thank you for guys for watching.